guys, today I'm filming the finale for my 2022 year-long project pan. I'm really proud of all of the progress I was able to make on these items. I still have several things I did not finish, and I will let you know what I plan on doing with them. And then I'm also going to be showing you the makeup that I finished up in November and December. I do actually think I'm going to hit my goal of 100 makeup empties, but it's going to be a very close. I will have that video coming soon showing you all the makeup products that I used up in 2022. I'm so excited about that. That's one of my favorite videos to film and to watch for sure. So let's get started with the two empties that I have for my makeup use up items. So first would be the Wet n Wild eyeshadow in Brulee. I'll show you where I was last time. I go through this so fast because when they reformulated it, it became super powdery. I love this, so it matches my skin tone really well. This is something that I use to set the primer in my crease, and I use it to clean up my eyeshadow because I like it to have that more wing shape. I'm not gonna repurchase it right now because I'm using my e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation for that step. And yes, it's silly because it's a larger compact, but the shade I have in that is too light for me to use as a face powder, so it's working fine in this way. I've considered repressing it into this pan for convenience, but it's actually working fine right now and I don't want to mess with the formula, so I'll probably leave it alone, but we'll see. I might hold on to this just in case, but happy to have finished another one. And then I did also finish my Lemongrass Spa Peppermint Stick Lip Scrub. I'll put a picture of where I was last time. I just had a chunk left. Really happy I used this up. This is a nice lip scrub. I like the scent of this. I don't feel like I need a lip scrub in my collection. I'm fine not having it and just really moisturizing. Some lip scrubs I do find to be more drying afterwards, so not something I would repurchase, but I'm glad I was able to use one up this year. I used one up last year as well, and then I did just get a lip scrub from Kaja and PR, so I'll probably work on that one next year, but very happy to have finished it up. I do keep mine in the shower to make me use it more, and that has seemed to be super helpful. The next two products I've not used at all since my last update, my bronzers, and I figured that was going to happen. I'm fine with it. So I have the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer and the Persona Bronzer Stick in the lightest color, Dune. That is how much I have left. Really happy with the progress that I was able to make on both of these. I did make a lot of good progress on the Bare Minerals because I used this to deepen my foundations that were too light. So I think that I'm gonna roll this into my 2023 year-long project to mostly use as a mixer when necessary. And the Persona Bronzer Stick, I'm just going to put back in my collection. I think I wanna focus on a different cream bronzer next year because this is one I'd like to have, and the progress was so slow. And a big reason for that was because I tested out so many different cream bronzers this year that I didn't dedicate enough time to this, but I am really happy with the progress I made. I love this. It's a great formula. It is a very warm shade though, so I can see why it might not work for a lot of people, but I like the formula. Super easy to blend, so happy I got some use on those. Next, I have my Lorac Take a Brow Kit in Blonde. I've been using this as my hairline powder. I'll put up a picture of what it looked like last time. Definitely made some good progress here. It is not done, but I do think that I can have this finished by the end of the year / before my 2022 year-long makeup empties. And then I have my Illamasqua matte blush in Intrigue, which is just a matte white. I'm using this to highlight under my brow bone. Last month, I told you guys that I had used up a pan of this in that 2 months. That's not true. And when I edited back the footage, I was like, that doesn't feel right. There's no way I used up a whole pan in 2 months, and I didn't. I think what I'm remembering is that either I did hit pan or it just broke and then I repressed it, and it's been so much softer and easier to work with since. So I have to take that back. I have not used up a pan of Intrigue yet. I did finish my original pan of the Balm Matte Malloy, but not yet the Illamasqua one. Just wanted to make that correction. So this will roll over into next year. Totally happy with that. And I'm hoping I can finish the little bit that I have left of the Illamasqua powder because it's been hanging on for such a long time. Lastly is a product that I'm not sure what I want to do with it, and I need your all's feedback. So this is the Busom Powerfull Plump Lip Balm in Big O. I'll put my markings on the screen. I did pick up the pace with using it. You can see there's really not much left. It was making my lips chapped when I was using it a lot. And then I put it on pause, but I left it in my purse. And then when we were visiting family for Christmas, I put this on like 2 times in a row, and I don't exactly know that it was this, but I think it was. My lips then were so chapped. I literally had pieces that I was like biting off. It was making my lips just yuck and peely, like more than dry, like they were chapped. So I'm so close on it. Part of me is wanting to push through and finish it because I'm so close. And the other part of me is wanting to just put this in my yearly makeup empties and give myself value credit for 2/3 of this. Even if I do choose to finish it, I will not be digging into this like I do for other products. I'm just gonna use the usable part. So let me know what you think I should do. I made a lot of progress over the past couple months, but I don't know if I should torture myself or not. I think what I might do is like retest it this week to see if this really is a product that was making my lips chapped or if it was just other things. So let me know what you think I should do with this. And then we have my makeup empties for November and December, and I have 15 products, which surprised me. Several of these things, probably about half, were in my fall project pan, which I will link for you. And then other of these products I've just been using for a long time, and I feel like they've gotten to the end of their life. I do have 2 products that I'm super close to finishing that I'm hoping will be finished before my 2022 makeup empty. So I wanted to just show those to you. First one being a Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 2. I absolutely love these. And that is how much I have left, just the tiniest nub. So I do feel pretty confident that this one will be done by the end of the year. And then I have this ColourPop Rudolph Clarice Overnight Lip Mask from Fourth Ray Beauty. This is what my friend Jean gave me. I've been working on this all year, and I was just about to put it away and use something else, and then I had hit pan on it. And it's really because product sticks to the side, so I didn't realize how far down I was. But here is all that I have left. Super thin, as you can see. So I think if I use this multiple times a day, then I will be able to get through it. So now moving on to the products I did actually finish. I have 2 mini primers. The first was in my fall project. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer. There is still some at the top. I put a Q-tip in here. I try to use a spatula. I can't get it out. It won't settle or anything. I actually really liked this primer. It is a little bit silicone-y, but it just feels really nice and smoothing, but it doesn't do anything amazing for how expensive it is. And it does have a little bit of a scent, not as bad as I was expecting for it being a luxury product, but I like this. I would use up minis, but I don't think I would spend 100 points on it or anything. And then in my winter project, I threw in a few items that I wanted to finish by the end of the year. Super easy products. I will have that intro link for you. This was one of them. A little mini of the Smashbox Primerizer. This has 5 mils in it. You guys know that I love this. I've been through several of them this year. This is my favorite hydrating primer. I think it's so good, and something about this consistency really does feel different than a regular moisturizer. It is so good. Someone I would consider purchasing in the future. Then I have my go-to blemish concealer. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer, and one in light neutral. This tube had been going for between a year and 2 years, and because it was older, because I have a backup, and because I really wanted to finish it, I have been using this as a foundation maybe 5 or 6 times, and I did that earlier today for work, and now it is all done. Great shade match for me. I will go ahead and bust into my backup to just use as a blemish concealer, but this gives great full coverage, has a satin matte finish, sets down. It's really long wearing. I like this better than any other concealer I've tried for blemishes. I know people have recommended the MAC Studio Finish, the pot concealer. That one stays tacky for me. This is perfect because it sets down. I have used this in a different shade for under my eyes as well, and it's amazing, but love this for blemish concealer, and this is my perfect skin tone match, one in light neutral. Next, I have something else that I put in my winter intro. This is not the packaging for it. Literally today, Landon was playing with it, and I have no idea where he put it in this room, but it was a little deluxe sample size of the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I finished it completely, super easy to get through. I do like this powder, but I almost felt like it was darker this time than in other times that I've gotten it. And the only thing I don't like about it is that it does tend to darken my concealer. So I tend to use it more to set my face for that reason. Also, because it is a little bit thicker of a powder and matte, I do feel like it can look a little heavy under the eyes. I don't really mind that though, and I do have an oily under eye area, so it still works very nicely for me, but not my favorite powder of all time. I do have 2 mini sizes that were in the birthday gift from Sephora, so that will take me a bit to get through, and we'll see if my mind changes on it then. And I am gonna be working on other setting powders in 2023, so long story short, we'll see. It's good, not my most favorite. I'd still pick my Dermablend powder over it. Then I did use up a Rimmel Stay Matte powder in 100 Transparent. I have had this kicking around since 2019, so it feels amazing to get this used up. I guess I was just oilier this year, and for the past several years, I have been wearing a mask to work or working from home and not wearing any makeup, so I haven't been worried about makeup longevity or me getting oily like I used to. And used to before COVID. I love this. Is my favorite. I'm working on another one right now. I've used a lot of touch-up powders, and this is the best because I don't have to blot before using this. It doesn't make my makeup look cakey. It keeps me matte for a long period of time. Best mattifying powder, touch-up powder that there is. Next, I finished this in my fall project, a little mini Illamasqua Beyond Liquid Highlight in OMG. This color is too dark for me, but I would possibly, if I got it on super sale, be interested in getting this in a lighter shade if they make one, because this is one of the only liquid highlights where I've actually been able to see the glow once I've put on my foundation and set my skin with powder. It is super intense, so it's something that, because of the intensity and because of the color, I was using it underneath my foundation. It still showed through beautifully, and it's a really nice formula, so I definitely would recommend this, and I'm so happy I put it in a project instead of decluttering it. It was really nice and pretty easy to get through. And my last face product is another thing I threw into my winter project just to have an easy product finish by the end of the year. A little mini Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This one comes with 15 mils or half a fluid ounce. I absolutely love this. My favorite setting spray of all time. Whenever I get minis, I can't pass them on. Super great for traveling. But this actually was one of the older setting sprays in my collection, so I'm happy that I used it up. Will repurchase, but I don't need to because my friend Lauren found it to be too matte, and she just gifted me her bottle, which is practically full. So I'm so thankful for that. Next, I have some brow products. I've been using this for several months. The Benefit Microfilling Pen in Blonde. It has the 3 little prongs on it. I feel like I didn't use it how I was supposed to. I used pencil and then went over top with this, and it made it a little bit unnecessary, but I wanted to finish it up. Brow pens just aren't for me. I do still want to try the NYX one again sometime next year and see if I can get a hang of it, because I do think it would make my brows look a little bit more natural, but I just need to watch more tutorials and practice more. But I don't think you need this one, even though like the shape of this is different than the NYX. I don't necessarily feel like I got those like natural looking brow strokes, but it's probably due to my application. It was a fine product, color was good, but would not repurchase. Then I have another Benefit brow product. It's their Gimme Brow Gel. I have no idea which shade. You can see all of the writing wore off. Either 1 or 2. I can get away with either shade. I absolutely love this. I have several backups, and this just lasts forever. I did not take the stopper out of this one. I love this. I love that it has fibers in it because it does give my brows a little bit more fullness and texture, which I think I need because I do go so heavy with my brow pencil. I will definitely continue purchasing this whenever it is in 21 Days of Beauty. I won't need to buy it for quite some time, but this is my favorite tinted brow gel. And then I have this little mini Kosas Airbrow Volumizing Treatment Gel. This is the color Taupe, and I did take the stopper out of this. There is some product on here, as you can see. I am going to probably use this for the rest of the week. There are some of my brow hairs stuck in here. As far as I know, there's no fibers, and it's getting a little dry and a little gloopy. So part of me wants to just call it quits now because it's gross. But the other part of me is like, nah, just finish it. So I think I will, but I popped the stopper out. If I never did, this would have been like totally done. But I do like this. I did already buy a full size in the honey blonde shade. I do like it. I think Benefit works just as well, but we'll see if I have different feelings for the full size than I did the mini, but has an odd smell as most Kosas products do. So I'm gonna wanna start using that full size pretty soon. Then I have these two mascaras. I use my mini mascaras for 2 months at a time because I have so many of them, and I can tell these are getting a little bit dry. I will continue to use these for the rest of the month though. I'm obsessed with this combo. First is my favorite mascara of all time, Lancome Hypnose. I love the brush. It's a wet formula, but not too wet. I love this one to give some nice volume and thickness. And then I have the Lancome Idole Lash Mascara. It was my first time trying this one. It is a plastic one, but I love this scoop shape to it. I actually comb through like this and then this, or the opposite. I actually use both sides every time, and this does help give some length and some separation, but because it is a wetter formula, I do feel like it does help thicken at the base. This is a fantastic combo. I already have backups of both of these, and I do see myself buying both of them in a full size on sale because Lancome mascaras are super expensive. Then I have 3 lip products. The Grande Cosmetics Hydrating Lip Plumper Mini. I have one of these in my last empties as well. I finished 2 in my fall project. One of my favorite lip plumpers. It does have a burning sensation, but I got used to it because I used it every morning. I do like this. Not something I would buy in a full size because of the packaging. It is a click up pen with a silicone tip. I would be happy to get minis because it has the doe foot packaging. So really great lip plumping product. Then I finished 2 Buxom glosses. This is one of the lip polishes in Celeste, which is a really light glittery champagne. Would not repurchase it. It was not pretty on its own, and I don't like how glittery it is. Then I finished a lip cream in Hot Toddy. Love this shade. It's a great warm neutral. I would definitely buy this in the full size. Probably not for till like 2024. This is always in the also 21 Days of Beauty, usually for spring. And I have a couple of different fall limited edition Buxom glosses that are similar enough to this shade, but once I either use those up or have to toss them, this is a gloss shade that I would really want to have in my collection. And this does have some nice opacity to it. So definitely love these. These are the only sticky glosses I actually enjoy, but would not repurchase Celeste. Hot Toddy is a must. So guys, those are all of the makeup products that I was able to finish up in November and December, and where I stand on the items that were in my year-long project. I'm hoping that I can finish these 3 things by the end of the month or by that year-end makeup empties video. Really happy what I was able to accomplish, and I do think I will hit that 100. I would love to know what makeup you've used up recently. I would love to hear your thoughts on the products that I mentioned, and I would love to know what projects you plan on doing in 2023. I hope you guys will be excited for my intro. I'm going to have a ton of products in there, so we'll see how this goes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.